Everything always works out for me. hmm Including with the things I don't like. Yep. I can make a mess out of my life, or I can make it a sweet ride. And I've experienced both. You have as well, huh? Yup. There are times where you can just trace your steps back and go, oh, that's how it happened because I believed it. See, you're dealing with the most amazing, most awesome power in the universe. That is God's power. That is the Christ within you. So, if everything always works out for you, it can be good or bad. It can be a dream or a nightmare. That explains why a lot of people have a horrible time with life. And then they turn around and say, see, I told you that was going to happen. It's like, yes. I mean, I include myself in that list. Because I can remember when I first started my acting career. That was about 20 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. And I started contemplating the fact that this was just an idea, a graspless thing, something I couldn't hold. It was invisible at first, and then it became physical. I remember the first time somebody called me back and they wanted to see me for an audition. I was like, oh my God, it worked. I just sent out a resume in my picture and I got a reply. The excitement, the joy, and the astonishing, feeling that I got was like, oh my God, this was just a silly idea I had. And it became. And after 20 years, I've been doing the do. I've been an actual actor doing what actors do. But because I've had so many people around me that told me that it wasn't for me, that I was just being silly, that I wasn't even deserveful of it, or that I wasn't worthy to be such things, that I wasn't good enough, or all of that stuff. Still, for 20 years, I've been doing it, in spite of all of that. Like, they never stopped me. They never stopped these things from happening. Why is that? Because the power of God is within me. The power of Christ is in my imagination. And as Einstein said, that imagination are the coming attractions. There's a lot of power in our imagination. And it's Christ itself. We have the power of God within us. This is why everything always works out for us, good or bad. So what's the message here? It's for us to keep our thoughts where we want to be instead of where we don't want to be, right? But that's elementary for a lot of you. But we forget. And we start to think that this reality is all there is. This thing that we see out here and our, circumstances sometimes, speak of the opposite, that we're never going to achieve it and such. But it's only because we gave in to these beliefs. I'm only speaking about what's happened to me, and I have proved this theorem to myself. It's more than a theory, really is. It's a fact that since we have such awesome power, We can make or unmake our own lives. So yes, everything always works out for you. Everything always works out for me. So just remember that. I'm not here to sell you anything. And I wouldn't want you to go in a wrong path because of what I said. But I know, because I've been there, because I tested it on myself, because I showed it to myself so many times, that wherever my thoughts go, physicality follows. As above, so below. As within, so it's out. These aren't just slogans. It's the truth. That everything always works out for you. So pay attention to where you're focusing, in which direction, which master do you want to serve, right? The negativity part, the negativity side, has been so overdone that a lot of people convince each other that that's all there is. But if you're dealing with an amazing, awesome power, you want to be mighty careful in which way you direct that power. You know what I mean?